Most people think that the ability to relax in a squat like this is a genetic thing. So they call it an Asian squat, a Slavic squat, an Indian squat, but it's not genetic. You can actually learn this. It's just a combination of really good ankle mobility and excellent hip mobility. The ability to relax in a squat like this is super underrated. When most people think of a calf stretch, they usually do something like this with a straight knee and they bring their hip closer to the bar. That's a great calf stretch, but it's not specific enough to the deep squat. When you're doing this, you're mostly targeting your gastrocnemius, which is the bigger muscle up here, but if you actually bend your knee and push your knee forward, you'll actually target your soleus. Your soleus is a flatter muscle that's closer to the bone. So hold 30 seconds here, very high intensity, and then 30 seconds here, also with a very high intensity. Your goal is basically to have the ability to get your knee to go past your toes with your heel still on the ground. Once you can do that, the ankles are not the problem, and it's probably the hips if you still can't deep squat. There are two main stretches that you can do to help. If you sit down with a wide stance and you grow as tall as possible, you can actually lean forward and you'll feel a pretty deep inner thigh stretch all the way to your hips. You don't have to lean very far forward to feel it. But instead of just holding this one for 30 seconds like this, all you're gonna do is actually use it for reps. Go as deep as possible and lift yourself back up. If your back is uninjured, you can also round your back for an even deeper hip stretch. Oh yeah. And lastly, just bring your foot over your knee and lean forward, and you'll feel this in the outside of your hip like this. So you got two stretches for your ankles. You got your calf stretch and your soleus stretch, and then you have two stretches for your hips. You have your seated good mornings, and then you have your figure 4 stretch. If you do it consistently, you'll be doing a deep squat easily, no problem, very soon. Stay flexy.